Hey everybody, it's your Book Bud Joe here, and today I'm going to give you a bookshelf tour. I want to show you what I've got. So as you can see behind me, I have built-in bookshelves kind of on the wall, not in the wall. I had somebody do it for me. It's kind of what I wanted. I always envisioned having bookshelves, like a real library, like in the wall itself. But, we can't have everything. So I just had to settle for this, but I love them. I have one behind me, and then I have another one identical to it that way. So this is going to kind of be done in pieces because I got these two. Then I got another bookshelf behind that I'm going to do some maneuvering and show you that. And then I have a big entertainment center, and I've shoved books in there too. I've managed to just put books everywhere. And then I have another shelf over there under the window, and that has some books in it. So we're just going to take a tour of my library, as I call this. So let's check it out. Now, I tried to be a little systematic with it. On this shelf, I was trying to put all of my non-fantasy books. I was trying to put the adult contemporary, thrillers, memoirs, all those types of books behind me on this shelf. And then everything else is for fantasy, sci-fi, children's books, things like that. So there are some things that won't fit, but don't get mad. I'll explain as I go along. Because, I kind of tend to buy a lot of fantasy books, so those kind of spill out into all areas of my house and life. In my car, in my bedroom, at work. So, they're everywhere. I make myself laugh with these crazy little noises. I'm also today testing my ring light. It's the first time. It's a little dark down here. That's why I kind of wanted to invest in this book light. Everything's about books in this ring light, to just see if it makes it a little bit more enjoyable and easier to see and bright and fresh and cheery and all that stuff. All right, shall we get into it? I'm ready. All right, so this room is called my library, and it is for everything that I love in life. Books are at the forefront, of course, but I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of interests, and so I tend to, collect things that I like. And then people give me gifts if they know that I like something. So there's a lot of those types of things in here, and I will go through and I'll just show you because this is all about my bookshelves. So I wanted to put some of myself into my bookshelves. I don't want it to just be books, books, books. As you can see, there's some spaces. There's some other things put in there. I just wanted it to be fun. All right, let's start from the top. All right. I Love Lucy. Best show, best comedy, the best. It's been a lifelong love. It's kind of like a family affair. Everybody in my family loves Lucy. Been watching it since we were little. My mother loved it, and then she just always has it on. She constantly has I Love Lucy on, for life. Since I was born to now. When I go over her house now, it's on. We watch, it's just on all the time. And she has it on her phone, on Pluto. And if we're just talking, it's just there. For eating, it's just there and it's on, or it'll be on the TV. So Lucy is a thing, okay? All right, so I don't make a habit of collecting dolls, but my parents moved out of their large house that I grew up in a couple of years ago. They were downsizing, getting rid of stuff, and my mom couldn't keep all the things that she has, so she was giving them away. So I took this one. So this is one of the dolls, episode 114, LA at Last. This is the one, it's a little dusty. This is the one where she lights her nose on fire when she's trying to hide her identity from William Holden. So I know all about old Hollywood from I Love Lucy. You watch I Love Lucy, you'll know all the old stars. Now I know Albert the Conjugator is going to appreciate all my Lucy stuff. So yeah, this is funny. If you know, you know. All right, let's keep on the Lucy track since we're still on the top shelf. I'm just going to show you really quick. These I found on eBay, and I just had to get them because I just thought they were really cool and different and never saw them before. Okay, these are little miniature, I don't know, what are they called? Oh my God, these are Little People. Remember the Little People from I don't know, the 70s and the 80s? This is I Love Lucy, Little People, Fisher Price. I can't see something like this and not get it. Come on. And then we have the back. It's not Oliver, Lisa. Come on. All right, so this is from the famous Candy episode when they are working in the candy factory and they can't do it fast enough and it's on the conveyor belt and they get into trouble. They get fired. Lucy and Ethel, pretty funny. And then this is the Martian episode when they go on top of the Empire State Building and they're dressed as Martians for some like publicity stunt for some movie that's coming out. And this is from the Barbie collector. So I thought these were really cool, and so I got them here to represent my love of Lucy. All right, and can you see what's in the middle here? We're getting into fantasy stuff. So this, my best friend from childhood, Allison, we grew up watching Labyrinth, okay? We loved it since we were little. We just actually went to go see the anniversary release in theaters as big old adults, big kids, and we had a blast. So she got me this. So this is Jareth, the Goblin King. Gareth from Books, Songs, and Other Magic was named after him. Yep, that's right. So this is a pretty cool, like, almost like a watercolor painting. Good old David Bowie here in one of his most iconic roles. I mean, come on. And it says, "Your eyes can be so cruel." So my friend Allison got me this, and of course I had to display it. Okay, so the mics are not working. So guess what? We're gonna just take it off because I don't really need this on me if it's not working. Although this looks like something from Labyrinth, doesn't it? Like one of the little things running around. Well, no, actually it looks like the Dark Crystal, but same thing. All right, so I think it's best if I now come behind the camera and I'm gonna just quickly go through the books that I have. All right, so it's not the most organized, but here we got A Land More Kind Than Home by Wiley Cash. We got Still Alice by Lisa Genova. We got The Murderer's Daughter by Randy Susan Myers. We have a memoir, Wildflower by Drew Barrymore. I haven't read any of these books, guys. The way that I do it is I read and purge, because I once had like almost 1,000 books and I had to get rid of them. So I've changed how I do it. I have some Karen White books. She wrote a really great book that I like on Folly Beach. So once I read a book by an author, I tend to want to read more by them. So we got Sea Change. We've got The Memory of Water. We've got... No. Now this is Take Me With You by Catherine Ryan Hyde. Love Catherine Ryan Hyde. She's got great books. We got Apples Never Fall. Lean Moriarty. We got The Only Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones. Really want to get into that. All right, I think my friend Steve gave me this. He Loves the Hours by Michael Cunningham, and this is a cool edition. It's The Hours, and it's also Virginia Woolf, Mrs. Dalloway. I'm not sure how that ties in, but it does tie in somehow. I would love this, so I gotta read that. I love the movie. Then we have all the Stephen King novels. Okay? Self-explanatory. I love this one. I find these books at like mostly library sales or like free. Mariah Carey, because she's the best selling female artist of all time, and I expect no arguments. Thank you very much. I am a big Mariah fan. I'm a 90s kid, so again, don't argue. Her audiobook for this is absolutely fantastic. She reads it herself, and the honesty and the raw emotion that she puts into it is absolutely phenomenal. She reads it, but she also sings, and it is just, it's really a painful story to read or listen to. Her upbringing on Long Island, it was something. But hearing how she broke into the music business is just absolutely, it's just really cool. I love those stories, hearing how stars became stars, how they were discovered. It's a good one. It's a good one. I really recommend it. Book Buds! Cloud Cuckoo Land. Has anybody read that? Jeanette Walls, Half Broke Horses. She wrote The Glass Castle. I read that in social work school. That was great. I never read this. I gotta read this. Anne Frank, of course I read that. Love that. Okay, we got Marley and Me, this really cool special edition. It's really nice. I'd like to read that sometime. Ricky Martin. I don't know. I like Ricky Martin, but I don't know why I have this. I guess I bought it a long time ago, and every year I say I'm going to read it when I read my celebrity memoirs, but I never do. Why? Fiona Davis, love her. I love some historical fiction, and they're always about New York City. This one is called The Address. I got to get to this. I love it. I absolutely love it. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Heard a lot about that. Conversations with God. This is great, guys. Like, it's not religious. It's just a conversation with God. It's like answering life's greatest questions. He claims that he's speaking to God, but I can't explain it. It's really great. There's a couple of them. This is book 4. Very interesting. Neil Donald Walsh. I recommend these as well. It's philosophical and it's, existential. It's great. All right, Potter. Little bookshop, little Paris bookshop. The Color Purple. Love this. Love the book. Love the movies. Love the play. And then what do we got? Radio City. I just went to the 100-year anniversary show. All right, we're heading downtown now. All right, we got. I don't like going this way. I gotta go the other way. I gotta go from left to right. Get it? Ooh, I'm kicking. Okay. Yes! Another memoir. Deaf Utopia. I love this guy, Niall DeMarco. How did we meet him? Was he on Dancing with the Stars? How did he become famous? I can't remember. But he's deaf, and yeah, I think he was on Dancing with the Stars, which is what made it so remarkable that he was able to do that. So I got his book. Okay, so let's see. A lot of these, I'm not really sure. My friend gave me a lot of these. Dave, look, you talked about this, and you wanted me and Mary to do a scene from it, fresh. An erotic door romance. I'm not really sure what that means. I bought this for Mary to read because Mary will read anything. She's such a good sport. But then I lost it. I don't know how I think it was in my car. Look at 69, fresh. Olive reading all these books. And then I found it again, and then I don't know why it's here. I got to give it to Mary. So funny. The Sentence. Louise Eldridge. I'm kind of skipping some stuff. What the Eyes Hear, A History of Tap Dancing. That's another one of my passions in life. I am a tap dancer. I've been dancing since I was in 6th grade. I've been teaching since, a very long time now. I'm getting old. And I own my own dance studio, and I got a really successful competition team. We go all over the tri-state area in competitions, and we just had a really great weekend this weekend. Title winners and highest score winners, so I love this one. All right, I mean, if I show you every book, this is going to be an hour and a half video. I can't do that. So we're just like, browsing the bookstalls. This guy. Book Buds! Oliver. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. All right, I think this is my mom's edition of this book. It's kind of beat up. I love that. I read this book. I listened to the audiobook. Just fantastic. I absolutely love this story. It just represents everything that I love about New York City, how it was a melting pot, and it was just, it used to be, because it's changed quite a bit, it used to be just a beautiful place where all nationalities came together. Everybody mostly, lived in harmony. You went to the Jewish deli to get your, knishes and your this and that. You went to the butcher, you went to go get Chinese food. You did everything in the neighborhood with just community in mind. And it was just awesome. I wish I was from an earlier decade. I don't know. I just love New York City, and I love this book. John Irving, I bought this because I want to read this book this year. A Prayer for Owen Meany. I really want to read this. Stephen King is endorsing it. A remarkable novel. A rare creation. Well, that's saying a lot coming from Stephen, so yeah, I want to get into that. William Kent Kruger, I read one of his books last year, and I loved it. Such a great book. So I just got another one of his. Wally Lamb, We Are Water. I mean, his are chunkers. But I'm really wanting to get into this as well. We got some Gillian Flynn, Dark Places. Baldacci, Wish You Well. Paula Hawkins, Into the Water. Karen Slaughter. I'm very behind on my Karen Slaughter books. I kind of gave up on her, but I still have a few. Sue Monk Kidd, The Invention of Wings. Karen Slaughter, John Saul. John Saul is fun for like a fun haunted house story. He's got some good ones. Like Once in a Blue Moon. To just read a nice haunted house story. He's fun. We like him. Kate Morton, The Lake House, The Distant Hours. I read by her The Forgotten Garden. See now, why is this like this? This bothers me. Like, and I have this on film. How embarrassing. Like, come on. Why are we separating that? There you go. The Forgotten Garden is a fantastic book. It was kind of like it went back and forth from the past to the present. It was set in an old house with a garden. It had a secret passage, and there were lots of secrets, and it incorporated an old book of fairy tales. It was quite magical, very mysterious. So, like I said before, once I read a book by an author and it just blows me away, I tend to get a few more. So, gotta get into Kate Morton. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, love that book. Talks all about finances and how we view money. Very important. What the rich teach their kids about money, that the poor and middle class do not. Yeah, it's different. So we got my owl bookends here. And we have some Kristen Hanna, The Great Alone. We got The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. This sounds great. We got the paperback, Mariah's memoir. I like Little House on the Prairie books from way back by Laura Ingalls Wilder. This is Little House Revisited, Caroline, that came out a few years ago. Little House on the Prairie fans, prepare to fall in love with your favorite characters all over again. Yeah, how could I not get that? Garth Stein, he's a great author. You guys should look him up. He wrote The Art of Racing in the Rain. Love that one. All right, we're going to speed through a few of these. Roald Dahl, love him. So I wanted to get his book, Tales of Childhood. Who doesn't like to read about one of their favorite authors? I think there's a Broadway play coming out soon about Roald Dahl. So I wonder if it touches on this novel. Frederick Bachman, love him. Britt Marie was here. Oh, she's a trip, this character. She is so funny. Adriana Trigiani, my Italian author who makes me hungry. Tony's wife. Tony! Not sure what this one is about. I have a few others as well. And I don't know why they're not together. See? I should have organized it. The Bad Seed. This is a great movie, guys. Patty McCormick is in it, and she just overacts the entire movie. Well, I don't know if she overacts, but it's very campy. Her mother overacts, and it is hilarious, but it's such a good movie. It's like, she's a murderess. She's a little child murderer, and it's like, I feel like it has a cult following at this point. Vintage movie classics. Next Halloween, watch this. You will not be disappointed. Susan Meisner, love her. She wrote A Fall of Marigolds, which discussed 9/11 and another New York City tragedy, the waistcoat factory fire, where all the women were locked in by their bosses to promote progress and productivity, and so they wouldn't go out and take a break. And a fire broke out in there, and nobody could escape, so they had to throw themselves out the window. A lot of people died, and that is what started a lot of the labor laws in New York City or in the country itself. That book was insane. So again, Stars Over Sunset Boulevard by Susan Meisner. I read a few others by her, very good. This is about old Hollywood, so why wouldn't I like that? Jodi Picoult. We know about my Jodi Picoult books, 19 Minutes. All right, so this is how some things have spilled over here. Wicked. I mean, I just got to show this. Come on. Look at that. This is first edition copy. Got it when I was a kid. I was obsessed with this drawing because I love The Wizard of Oz. I love The Witch. And I was like, wow, this new book is all about the witch. Can't believe it. Read it and was horrified because it's totally not the Oz that I knew growing up. And I should not have read this. I was too young. It was just weird stuff and a lot of things went over my head. There's like sex. I'm like, there's no sex in Oz. What's going on? Yeah, the play that they made out of this book, much better. But I mean, you know, I'm an Oz fan, so I love the book as well. What's hiding behind here? We got some Frida McFadden, David Baldacci, The Christmas Train. I love me a good Christmas book now and then. Leanne Moriarty. I've never read her. Is she good? The Physic Book of Deliverance Dane by Catherine Howe. Jodi Picoult. Everybody was talking about this book. What's with the pink drippings, I wonder? I guess I gotta read it to find out. The God of the Woods. I guess it's about a summer camp, right? Somebody told me that. Okay. Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury. Got some classics in here. Paris Hotel, Lisa Scottoline. Kate Morton. She also is right here that we went over before. Clockmaker's Daughter. You ever notice that? There's a lot of those titles. The something or other's wife. The something or other's daughter. All right, enough. How low can you go? I'm going very low. Yeah, we could put this down, right? I mean, that would be good. And we just go across. Okay. So we have Ball of Fire. Now, as much as I love Lucy and Lucille Ball, I've never read any of these. And we got another one right here, Love Lucy by Lucille Ball. I mean, that's the one to read. It's by her. What is taking me so long? So I think I got to do that sooner than later. Karen White. Now I found these free at the library. So, and they're large print. I love large print, guys. Not because I can't see, but because it goes so much faster. The Flight Patterns, The Time Between, A Long Time Gone. Her books are good. They're fun. Leigh Bardugo, The Familiar. My friend gave me that book. I have not read a Leigh Bardugo yet, but I was very happy to just take this off her hands. So, I mean, look at that cover. That's scary. Look at that. Look at that. Is that a scorpion? What is that? Whoa. That's scary. This is a vampire novel, right? Yeah. Okay. So, here we have some Harlan Coben, some Joe Hill, The Black Phone, Mr. Dickens and His Carol, about Charles Dickens. And look at here. What have we got here? What have we got? 10 Tales of Transformation by that old bugger, Gareth Howells, from across the pond. Short story collection, I believe. Karen White, Christmas Spirits on Trad Street. Karen White, Adriana Trigiani again. An old edition of Mary Higgins Clark, A Stranger of Watching. I believe this is her first novel. I found this in a little free library, and I had to get it. Love that novel. Some Karen Slaughter, Kristen Hanna, The Four Winds. Okay, now this guy. This guy I found out about many years ago. Life Without Limits by Nick Vujicic. This is Nick. He was born without any arms, without any legs, and he is just the most inspirational speaker I've ever seen. I highly recommend that you check out his videos because listening to him, you will never complain about your life ever again. It is phenomenal. But it's still unread. What's wrong with me? Where the Crawdads Sing, Finding Dorothy, about finding the actress to play Dorothy in the 1939 movie. Very good book. And a few others. Okay, friends, so as I'm going through this, I'm realizing that this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. So we're going to do this in parts. This is the end of my bookshelf tour, part 1. So let me know what you think of this shelf, behind me so far? Have you read any of these books? Should I get to something sooner? Should I pluck it and put it on my next up list? Let me know. I might be sitting on a gem here. So if you're enjoying what you saw here today, please like, share, and subscribe. And last but certainly not least, thanks for visiting Book Buds.
Don't you love my bookshelves? Book Buds!
Entire world to see. But also, I have a lot of hobbies. Books are at the forefront, of course, but I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of interests. Ah! So I'm testing out the ring light. Let's see how this goes. This is like a rainbow swirling around. And that's lighter. And that's darker. Ooh, that's flashing red and blue. Wow. Red, green, blue, yellow, soft blue, soft purple, dark red, dark green. Am I supposed to be doing this in the dark? Whoa. Okay. You know what? Let me watch that.